YouTube, what's going on? SEL0320. Believe it or not, this is not movie related. This is not comic book related. This is not shenanigans. This is real. I got the glasses on. And to be quite honest with you, I'm a proud owner, a brand new proud owner of an Xbox One. Straight off the line from Microsoft's new system, came out 2013. Awesome system. I mean, you got everything from like the smart glass implementation that actually allows you to be able to use your phone to not just program the Xbox to be able to respond to it, but you can also use it for web browsing uses such as Internet Explorer application that's on Xbox Live, such as being able to use it to actually control the volume of your TV because it automatically synchronizes whatever HD TV that you actually have. You can be able to use that to check messaging back and forth if you're even not at your Xbox, but it automatically connects with the Wi-Fi unit you have at home. Oh, so yeah, I forgot to mention, YouTube family, that I am an IT nerd. So it's about to get crazy. Okay, sorry for the laugh, but this by far probably is one of the most interestingly geeky things I've found out about the Xbox One. So Xbox One, it has the ability of being able to utilize what's called different applications. They have applications such as like WWE, such as YouTube, such as Twitch, which everybody knows those different implementations. But the Xbox 360 had the ability of actually being able to go and you could plug in like your external hard drive or your flash drive and be able to actually utilize like MP4 or AVI formatted videos, or even be able to utilize like MP3s. So I was like, man, why did they get rid of this? They officially last week they allowed it so you can actually be able to look at 3D Blu-ray as opposed to just regular Blu-ray, which is a really big plus. What I've been really pitching for them to actually do is go with the backwards compatibility. If they went to backwards compatibility, I was like, this system's gonna be off the map. I was like, I don't even need to have like my MP3s on the system and all this kind of stuff because they've got the Xbox Video, the Xbox Music, and those things actually are really good, and they actually give you like a kind of a 14-day trial, which is really good. But I was like, I want to be able to put my stuff up there just like I did with my Xbox 360 and my regular Xbox unit that I usually have. And so I was like, you know what, I'm gonna try something. I looked through all the different applications. I was trying to see if like if I put the external hard drive in, would it work? If I put in like a flash drive, would it actually recognize? No, it keeps on asking format. You won't be able to actually utilize it. So of course the DLN would not work, which sucked, you know? But I found a loophole. So Microsoft is gonna get me. If this gets taken down, I'm sorry, YouTube fans, if I go off the air, but I had to share this. So I'm gonna make the statement plain right now. What this video is about is I'm gonna be able to show you how to take your videos that you may have procured from possibly like your DVD and actually had like a video rendering that actually put it to your iTunes maybe, okay? And it saved it as an MP4. Maybe you actually torrent. I don't necessarily condone that on this channel, but if you happen to do torrent, there is a specific torrent user that most of the time compiles HD video in 720p quality or 1080p quality, and the name of that torrent user is Yify, Y-I-F-Y, okay? That's just an example. Or you might have a video of your own that you want to always actually play it on your Xbox One, and you don't have the actual uses of a server app like they did with the old one, or you don't actually have the ability to be able to put the external hard drive into the unit and be able to play it right through it. I found a way to do that. And second, you'll be able to actually take your music, okay? So say, hypothetically speaking, I really love the new Guardians of the Galaxy. The new Guardians of the Galaxy's soundtrack is epic. I have that now to be able to play on my Xbox One. I purchased it myself from iTunes, but now I can actually play it through my Xbox One, without using a CD-ROM and actually without using an external hard drive. So, in these next few steps, YouTube fam, you will learn how to actually take movies and music and be able to play them through your Xbox One on the regular, like pros. Get ready for it. This is the movie and video Xbox One tutorial to be able to do full playback at all times through OneDrive.
Hey, get to be able to get a grasp of what's going on with the Xbox One and what is needed to be able to actually take your movies, take your music, and be able to play them straight on your Xbox One. Believe it or not, through the cloud service, which used to be called SkyDrive. Now it's actually called the OneDrive application. You can get easily from the Xbox store. So the first thing you're gonna need, you need to make sure that you have, which you should, if you have an Xbox Live account, you should have access to your OneDrive. So the address is onedrive.live.com. So if you look here, I've got like a couple crazy things up here. Got like a Word document here. I've got like a video here. But what you don't know is that you can actually easily upload something from this. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to give y'all an example of something that I have. And this is going to be taken straight from my iTunes library, because when I had bought on my iTunes folder, so just bear with me. If you just follow along, you'll be able to see it yourself. So I need to find movies, because only one movie I have in my iTunes database. So there's Avengers. So you see it right here is formatted in M4V, which is technically MPEG-4 or MP4. But it's a high resolution version. The problem with this process is it has to be under 2.19 gigabytes. I'm going to give you an example and show you what I mean. So if I try to upload this, it's going to say this is less. It needs to be a lot less. It needs to be 2 gigs because mine is 2.119. So a way to get around this is, and I'm going to give you the application that you need to actually download to be able to do this the correct way. The application a lot of people use it for the wrong reasons. I use it for compression. The name of the application is called Handbrake. So if you have like DVDs and stuff to an actual video file format, I use Handbrake for the wrong other reason. So if you click download right here, you can be able to download the application. It'll actually show up in your application state. So I'm going to go back here and minimize this so I can show you the application. I've got a lot of applications, by the way. So you see right here, there's Handbrake. So right now, as we speak, what I'm actually doing, I'm taking and I'm converting like an Amazing Spider-Man, the first movie, and I'm taking it and I'm condensing it. So basically, when you go to File and you go to Source, as soon as you actually find the application wherever it's at, you go ahead and allow it to start the compression. What it's going to do, if you keep it on the standard state, which is the format MP4, it's going to automatically save it in that format. And when it actually directs it, you're going to want to take it and put it to your desktop, like where I have it right here. So Sailor Moon, I actually didn't format this, but if need be, you can take Handbrake, like I said, and do that. But I'm going to show you how that process looks. So I'm going to go back here to upload. Go to desktop. And I'm going to go to my family photos section where I actually have a lot of other stuff. Where are you, Sailor Moon? I can't find you. There you are. Top of the list. So it's not that big of a file because it's an episode. But for movies, you're going to need to make sure you run it through Handbrake. And I guarantee you it's going to keep it at a minimum of 1.5 gigs, even if it's going at 1080p quality. Now, the thing with doing it through Handbrake, as opposed to trying to do it post like through, let's give you an example. Like if you want to use like QuickTime, they've got a converter. You can be able to use that, but you can't do it the wrong way. You have to do it the right way. So I'm running my, I think my internet speed right now is going at 50 megabits per second. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to stop and I'm going to let it play until the very end so y'all can see it officially uploaded up. And then we're going to start back from there. So just bear with me. All right. We're back at it. So let's take a look and see where she's at. She's at 94%. And again, like I said, I was pulling it from one of my folders. I just had like the version because I wanted to see it before. It's not even dubbed. Matter of fact, it's actually where you can do with it, and that's the funny thing. So once it's completed, what you can actually do on your OneDrive account, you can actually create because now you can see it right here. See, there it is right there. It's located. The thing is, though, you got to be careful with the conversion, though. And that's something that I was actually a little bit worried about. Because if it's not formatted in MP4 format, then it's going to look really crazy. But what I did for y'all, already ahead of time, I took a movie because I had bought the digital copy for it. And it's amazing, by the way. And this is the Batman, the Arkham Assault. Okay, so I'm going to take this file and I'm going to put it there. And to actually manage the account, this is what you have to do. Let me go back. And you're going to go to Manage. And what you're going to say is Move To. And we're going to take it, like I said, it's already a folder created. And go back here. Movie Downloads. And we're going to move right there. So that's step one of actually taking, like I said, a movie and be able to move it to the right location you want it to be at. Because once it's there, then you're going to be able to add it and do whatever you really want to with it. Sometimes you have to give it more than one try, though, because it's a little finicky. Not just that, I think mine is still going off a lot of stuff. But let's do this. So going into the same exact folder, because you're going to see it later on the Xbox, what I mean by the folder locations. The Xbox, it only procures, it shows video and it shows pictures. It's not supposed to actually be able to do any kind of video or any kind of format such as like DLC or DLCX documentation. Even though SkyDrive is designed to have that, it doesn't mean it's actually going to be able to play up there. So what we're going to, it would be nice if you could go and just create this folder, and let's say we get in here and let's go to upload. And I'm going to go back to my iTunes folder. And if I can find it. Okay. Let's go to iTunes. And iTunes Music. And let's go down. Let's see. I want to go to various artists. So various artists. And like I said, I just purchased Guardians of the Galaxy, which is awesome. It'd be nice to be able to sit there and take this MP3 and then just upload it and it worked. But this is the catch, it won't. This is what you're going to have to do to make it work. Because technically it's up here and you can be able to use this on, like, say if you want to use like your iPhone or your Android, you can be able to pull it up and be able to listen to this drive through the cloud. Save a couple folders. I'm going to use this test folder right here. And I'm going to take, let's go back here. Let's minimize this a little bit. And I'm going to go back to my iTunes folder. Go to music, iTunes, music. I'm going to go back to various artists. And then notice what you're going to do. You do it the right way. Various artists. Go here. And this is what we're going to do. I usually do Control A. If you don't know how to do that, what you do is just click one and then hold down on the Shift key and then move all the way down with the down button. And what we're going to do is we're going to copy all these over. Or if you don't want to do that, you can go move it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to actually copy it. Come. Paste. And take a little bit of time to copy. 4. Enter. It's going to ask you, are you sure you want to change this format? MP3 in and of itself is indicative of using audio-based format. But MP4 works audio and video. But MP4 also still plays just audio. it's just going to be a blank slate. So we're going to go and we're going to say use MP4. Click that and see it's going to show up a little bit different, okay? So you got to do this for each one of these, like so. I'm just going to do it for about 5 of these, just for time's sake. Okay. Change 4 here. Okay. Let's see here. You know what? I got to do Ain't No Mountain High. I got to do that one, just because. Alright, so now all these are in this containment folder test at the top. And we're going to go to the test music folder like I said. Hopefully this other video actually get done. Maybe I can post that up as well so y'all can see that. So we're going to take all the ones that are not MP3. So we're going to take MP4 here and here. Go open. And what it's going to start doing, it's going to go ahead and upload. Because these are just audio tracks, they're not going to be that long. So the upload process will take less than a minute, if that. But what you're going to see after these are uploaded, I'm going to show you what you can actually do with the actual videos that are actually up here just on your actual computer if you don't actually use SkyDrive like that, because it's very useful. Oh, I'm sorry, OneDrive. Let's see. Wait for that. It's almost done. Close this out. God as well. Yeah, he's awesome. Close him. So these are done. And I'm going to go back to videos. So you see now the music that I just put in there is up there. But like we did before, you can actually make a container folder. Now, as I said, if you try to make a container folder and put an MP3 in it, the Xbox will not read it, okay? So I'm going to name this Guardians of the Galaxy OneDrive. Okay. Yeah, you can name it whatever you really want to. But all I'm doing is just kind of packing these all in there once this is created. So now that folder is created, what I can do is take each one of these like so. Take that, take right here. So with time, these are all going to be moved here. So now they're actually in that subfolder, which is really cool. But like I said before, with the movies, you have to look here and see there is the Sailor Moon. But the thing is, it wasn't converted through Handbrake, but I wanted to do that actually to show y'all if you don't convert it over with Handbrake, you might run into this issue. But you can see right here, there's a play emblem for the Batman. And as you can see, it's going through and it's already starting to play. Which I'm not going to play that for you. Y'all going to have to do that on your own. But I will show you 2 different sources that y'all can find. One of them I don't necessarily recommend, and I'm not going to go to the site, and I'm not going to show you actually how to utilize a torrent, but I will give you a recommendation for it by going to Google. So I'm not going to open up the website just because I don't want to get in trouble for it, but it's called kat.ph. You can go there to the web browser, but I'm going to put it in Google and let it go through there. The name of it is actually Kick-Ass Torrents. So you can go and do this. And that is where you go. You can go right here. And once you get there, you can be able to find a lot of different movie files and audio files. But like I said, there was another one that I wanted to show y'all specifically. Does a really good job of actually doing this. And his is called, like I said, and he actually converts them over to MP4. And he actually allows it 2 different qualities. He goes and actually does it for 720p and 1080. So, I mean, like I said, you can go up here and try to go with the newer stuff. And these are really good qualities. And those can be ones that you can try to convert over and send to your OneDrive. The main reason why I'm giving you this example is that there are other ways of actually doing it as opposed to the conventional sense of taking like a Blu-ray and being able to send that file, condensing it to your iTunes, and then be able to send it over that way like I did with that. But you have to worry about the tiring process of going through Handbrake, and you might be left with like this. This is still going. It's at 57%. But once you do have something and you're ready to send it over, you can maybe just straight upload it as you see, as what I've done. And once you've uploaded it, then it is officially on your OneDrive. You have a full capacity of up to 18 gigs if you sync it up with your phone, iPhone, or Android, or BlackBerry. And it gives you extra 3 gigs, which is really cool. But yeah, so that takes care of everything on the computer side. If you have any specific questions, please leave your comments below. I can maybe walk you through a little bit more. Maybe I can email or chime in through a Skype conference, and I can be able to see where you're doing with it. I can't promise that for everybody, but if you need me to, maybe I can do a more detailed video. I think I've done it as best I could without going too deep as far as the illegal terms. But that see, that was Joe in the background. Joe's listening to all this. Say hey, Joe.
What's up?
Yeah, Joe's still dealing with the code. But yeah, y'all know y'all love this background. Yeah, backflip. Yeah. But anyway, that concludes the portion of the computer section. So stay tuned, YouTube. Now we're about to go and show you what's actually going on how to actually convert to MP4 format or through use of Handbrake. Then you're now set and ready to see what's the next part of what you have to do on the side of Xbox.
What's going on out there, YouTube? So now we're going into phase 2. This is my Xbox One system. You got all the different applications at your disposal. There's a couple of different ways to go in and get into the OneDrive application if you don't already have it. You can go right here to apps if you've already got it and you've already installed it just for the heck of it, and it'll be like right here, and you can take it and you can pin it to your home. I haven't done that yet. I probably should go ahead and do that. But now this is how you actually go and get it. So you can go to the One store, Xbox One store here, and you go to apps. Now from apps, I usually go and do just most popular apps. It's up to you, however way you want to get to it. So go down to the little dots, and you'll see like Netflix, Xbox Video, and here it is right here. Now normally it would actually have it, so do you want to install? And what you would do, you go ahead and install it, let it go through, and once you actually start it up and you go to launch, it's going to prompt you with a window that asks, what is your login? And then that's where you're going to put your live ID that you actually have been utilizing before. And once you have your live ID installed on it and actually have it on the right direction, then you're good from there. So this is mine. Mine is called Earl. Earl is my middle name, but believe it or not, one of the folders that I have is called Dude Sweet, and the only thing I've got in it is just a picture of penguins. Don't ask me why, but I do. So you remember how before we took and we got different things? So go right here. I put it in the video folder container. Now you didn't have to do that. You can go right here to these 3 little dots, so you can see that there are other different folders here besides that. And there's even like a video here that I can show y'all that a little bit later on. But it wouldn't be shown unless you actually went to the 3 dots that are at the top. Actually, I'm sorry, not at the top, but the bottom left or bottom right. So let's go to videos. And remember before how I had video downloads. So as I said before, you noticed something? Remember when we did Sailor Moon? Sailor Moon is not here. But this one that was actually converted over through Handbrake is actually active and ready. So let's take a look and see what it looks like. Now, of course, this is going to be affected based on your internet speed because this is actually brought from the cloud, but still. Alright, so I'm going to show y'all another trick.
If you don't have the Smart Glass application, please get it because Smart Glass is that epic. So I'm gonna go here,
not a door.
and I'm gonna skip a little bit. Smart Glass is just that cool, y'all. Y'all just don't know.
Away in the Arkham property.
So I actually just skipped
In the
it.
intensive treatment building right under the
I'm gonna go
cemetery.
ahead and pause it. As you can see, the quality is flawless. It works just fine. Another thing about Smart Glass, like I said, it programs accustomed to your TV, so I can actually modify my TV's volume straight through my Smart Glass. And again, this is just a lowly iPhone 5. This is not an iPhone S. I ain't got that much money. But yeah, let's go back. For instance, I'm still using the application Smart Glass on my phone. But as you can see, that's there, okay? So y'all remember where we actually made a folder for the Guardians of the Galaxy? So let's go to music, okay? That container folder is still there. If we had did it before and just had just the MP3 as you saw, it's not there. We left it in the main folder music, but it's not there. So when you go into the Guardians of the Galaxy, let's see if there's anything there. It is. So let's go to my favorite. And I'm going to turn down the volume a little bit because I was jamming earlier. So let's move it down just a tad. So let's go ahead and see if this plays at all. Woo! Yeah! It's pitch black. Y'all don't see anything. But it is working. So let's go back. And as you can see, proof be told, you've got music and you've got movies that can be accessible up to using 20 gigs worth of storage. Another thing that I didn't tell y'all about, and I'm gonna go to it more when I actually sit down for a second, is that OneDrive, it has the capacity of actually going up to a full terabyte, but you have to pay for it. I think it is $9.99 a month, or if you want to do, I think, a total of 100 gigs, you can do that for less than $1.99 per month, and that's it. And that's 100 gigs that you get on the regular. So that means that any video, any music, anything you want to put on OneDrive, you have the full reign of doing it. And I would highly recommend it, as opposed to spending the money on buying an external hard drive for $100. Put that money towards that. And so for basically 12 months, you got a whole 10 or more than that, I'm sorry, a whole terabyte to be able to actually use for your use for that. So let me go back again. But yeah, I mean, it's really quite simple. And I mean, it blew my mind. I mean, but I love, be honest with y'all, I really do love the way that the OneDrive is working. Because I mean, my game drive is up here. I mean, got a couple things that me and Joe had did before. We had...
Hey y'all, this is audio commentary by Sam and Joe. So Joe is John Jones.
As you can see, we just had basic commentary right here. But all this is accessible through the OneDrive, not just here, but as I'm going to show you here. Look at this. Let me go back. So you can see, all this is accessible right here on my phone. So the same exact things, I can play them right here on my phone. So, as I said, it's got my pitch. I like it. I'm in love with it. But I'm gonna talk a little bit more to y'all. I just wanted to show y'all the second phase of the tutorial, and I'll be right back. So hold on. So there you have it, YouTube. That was the usage of the Xbox One with the usage of the cloud service, SkyDrive or OneDrive, to be able to access any video, any music file that you want, and with simple steps to be able to actually play them through your Xbox One. Yes, it's not the conventional sense of being able to use like your flash drive. It's not as easy as it was before, just accessing like the server usage and moving it over like you do with AirPlay, which would be amazing. But that's not what we've been given. Apples for oranges. So take what I've given you,
and apply it. Joe, you saw me go through the whole entire process. Do you feel like this is something that you could do? If you just based on this?
Yeah, most definitely. It's pretty easy. Mm-hmm. Just convert it to a handbrake, and which I actually used before, but not going into that. But it's very useful tool. We was talking about how the Xbox One is pretty much its own entertainment center station for it in itself. So it's great if you can actually upload your movies that you want to watch on your drive. So.
Yeah, and I mean, to me, that puts the Xbox One ahead of the PS3. Now, before I was like, I'm more so leaning just because of the graphics and the uses of the PS3 that this is a better system. But this is what I look for. Like when I go and I say Xbox, turn off. It's like, what do you want me to do now? And I say, yes, it's turning off. It's just responsive. So many different applications that you can use with it. And they've barely even tapped envelope. They haven't even got the applications that they had on the Xbox 360 yet, which they're going to easily add later on. But the only thing this thing is missing is backwards compatibility. And when it happens, mark my words, the game system of the century. I mean, just this that I found today, it had me giddy, y'all. I was laughing like...
It really was. It, like, for real. I woke up to that. I was taking a nap.
So, I'm just saying that puts it ahead of the curve for me. Mm-hmm. Just the fact that I found this out, and that's something that's possible. I don't know if they're going to patch this after this goes viral. If this video does go viral, it's whatever, but... maybe that would provoke them to actually allow you to be able to use DLNA and actually have a USB to be able to use with it anyway. So, I'm sorry, Microsoft, but maybe I've just actually pushed more people to actually get an Xbox One. Hopefully this helped out a lot of you. If you have any questions at all, feel free to leave a comment. Feel free to hit me up. Maybe I'll send you my email. We can go back and forth about what are the uses of this and what is it that's something you might have a problem with if you actually failed the process of it. And as I said, you can't just take any video source. It actually has to be converted through Handbrake if it isn't already MP4 or even AVI format. If it's AVI or MP4, then that's fine. I know y'all didn't know I was such an IT geek. I am. So if y'all have any technical questions, I'm here for you. Joe is a specialist as far as the animation side, graphic design expert. This dude can draw the pants off of anything. I'm just a lowly video editor. But on the real, definitely look for us to have a lot more to come. We're about to do a review on the very movie that y'all saw on OneDrive, Batman Arkham Assault. And so, Assault on Arkham. And so, we're going to go ahead and do the review on that coming up. But hopefully y'all like this tutorial. And hopefully I did as best I could without sharing too much. I know I could have given y'all more sources as far as where y'all can get videos and stuff, but I think I gave y'all two very good sources and I implicated myself, so I feel vulnerable. So anyway, hopefully y'all enjoy this tutorial. If y'all request for me I should do more, maybe I can find out more different things and do more tutorials. Y'all have a good one, and look for Joe on his YouTube site, Joe Johnson 030, to actually do a lot of tutorials as far as like the graphic design, and he's going to be using Maya, and I think he's going to be actually showing some of his art up there as well. So maybe he's going to actually show y'all some of that as well. So look for tutorials to come from both of us.
Right on. Subscribe.
Yeah. Please subscribe. Anyway, y'all have a good one. Hopefully this maybe talked y'all into getting one of these. And I'm in love. I love my baby. I gotta love it a little bit more. Later, Joe. Sorry, YouTube. Later.